Okay, well, welcome back. Video number 2 here. And before we get into some of the baseball stuff and reviewing the things that we went over to prep for this season, I want to reiterate and focus on the expectations part and those things, again, that require zero talent for you to do, and just so you can prep properly going into this season. Now, the expectations of what's going to happen when you arrive to the field. Once you're on the field, this is for both practice and games, how to properly behave in the dugout. These are going to be things that I think will help us not only as young baseball players, but as young men, because again, we have to mature. We have to understand we're getting a little older. The expectations are going to be a little higher and act appropriately. Now, the first part, once you arrive at the field, I'm going to say this. If you are early, awesome. Hustle down towards the field. You don't have to book it and run. But if you are a little late, I know things happen. Traffic, parents getting you to the ballpark or to the field. If you are a little late, hustle. Don't get out of the car and walk towards the dugout, taking your time. If you realize you're late, say practice starts at 5:30, and you're not 10 minutes early, and you think stuff might be going on, hustle, run. I know you got a backpack on. You might be carrying some equipment. Make the effort, make the attempt to look like you're trying to get there as quick as you can. Okay, that's number one. Then once we get there, there's going to be a certain change, right? We're going to expect the focus aspect of it. We're there to work, whether it's practice or a game. We're there to get a job done, to do something. In practice, we're focusing on what can I do to get better. The other F word we want to use is going to be fun. We're going to have fun while we do it, but let's do it the right way. Okay, let's focus, concentrate on the task at hand, and let's accomplish something either through practice or during the game. We're there to get a job done, which is do the best of our ability to help the team win. Simple as that. So we need to focus on that part of it. The acting part, the attitude part, there's going to be a level of respect given to the parents that are going to be helping, the coaches that are there, other team members. Show some respect. Okay, behave yourself in an appropriate manner. There's going to be some joking around and joshing around, yes, but use your manners, please, thank you, yes sir, yes ma'am, okay, to your moms, your dads, coaches, other parents that are helping out, your teammates. Show that respect. The other team, when we're playing against them, show some respect. I'm going to expect that of you guys from a behavior level and an attitude level. Now, this is something, again, that you can change. You, in your mind, your mentality, you have control of. Things may come out of your mouth, yes, and you may say the inappropriate thing, or maybe the appropriate thing. If it's inappropriate, you can apologize for it. If it's appropriate, awesome. If you didn't use your manners one time, use them the next time. We don't want to have to be correcting this. But we want to teach you not only be good ball players, but great young men. And the earlier we can nip this in the bud, the better. Okay, so respect. Focus when you get there. We're going to use respect or show respect to those coaching, helping, our parents, other teammates, and then the other team when we're playing games. Make sense? I hope so. The next thing is going to be work ethic. Okay, these things that we're going to be expected of at practice. So show a good work ethic. Now, what does work ethic mean? Right? That's our ability or our desire to get better through doing the drills properly, trying to be perfect at it. Now, granted, we're not all perfect. We're going to mess up. But I had a coach in college that always told us it wasn't just practice makes perfect, it was perfect practice makes perfect. So our desire to practice perfectly, to get it right every time. If we mess up, I want another one. Coach, hit me another ball. I want to do it right this time. Now understand that with that comes a competitive nature within yourself and your desire to get better, beat your previous self. It's like if you ever play video games. Now when I played video games back in the day, sometimes there were race car games or running games, and you can see like the shadow of your best time running out there in front of you. Now try to beat that shadow of you. Try to beat the previous version of yourself, that version of you that was at the previous practice, the version of you that was at the previous game. We're going to try and get better than that previous version of ourselves. That's going to show a good work ethic. Now, that's just on the field. Off the field, we already talked about what the expectation is there of having a solid work ethic when you're at home, away from practice, away from the games. But at practice, we're going to expect you to be doing your best and trying to outdo yourself from the time before. That's going to come with focus on the coaches so you can see what the drill is, listen to instruction properly, and then when we go out there and do it, there's not going to be any confusion. If you do have questions, guys, raise your hand. There's no dumb questions. Okay, I can tell if you're not paying attention to you guys, hey, what are we doing again? That may be a dumb question. I'm sorry. There could be some dumb questions. However, if you were paying attention and it just didn't make sense to you, you just didn't get it, raise your hand. Hey, coach, excuse me. Can you explain that a little further? I just didn't quite get it. That's an appropriate question, Austin. I'd be glad to explain it. I want to make sure we know what we're doing. That way we can do it properly, we can get better, and we can keep a level of safety because we're going to be doing it well with all these other things going on. Bats, balls, gloves thrown all over the place. We want to make sure we're keeping each other safe. So that's what I've got for you, just the expectation when we get to the field and during practice and games, and making sure we use our focus. We're hustling. I'll say this again, hustling on and off the field, hustling to and from drills. Even if we get you a water break and it's downtime, hustle in, hustle out. The second you step on that field, we're not walking anywhere. That was one of the first things I said when we met the first fall was that I couldn't even say walk. I don't want you to walk. We're going to hustle. Because that doesn't mean you have to be a dead sprint everywhere, but give me an aggressive jog everywhere you go, in practice and in the game, on and off the field. There's no walking. You take it all the way in and all the way out. Hustle on the bases, hustle to your position, hustle off the field, hustle in between drills. Again, it takes zero talent to do that. Let's talk about in the dugout. In the dugout, I'm going to expect everybody to pay attention. Now, when we're in the field, we have 11 guys in our team, so the most that we're going to have sit is 2. Those 2 guys are going to be keeping the book. There's going to be a video on how to keep the book, how to keep score appropriately. That way you can pay attention to the count, how many outs there are, where the runners are, the score. More importantly, situations within the game. We're going to be talking about that in another video. When we're on offense, when we're hitting, I expect all of our guys to be paying attention and cheering on our hitter. Knowing what's going on, the situation, who they have to drive in, what they have to do, how many outs there are, what the score is. If these runs mean something, every run means something, but is this the tying run? Is that the go-ahead run? Okay? We need some insurance runs because we're winning, hopefully. So understanding what the situation is, paying attention. I don't have to look in the dugout, go, hey, how many outs there are? And I don't know. I expect our guys to be focusing on the game, cutting out the side chatter, because that can be done in between games, that can be done after the game. Focusing on the game and our players. Stay off of their players, stay off of their pitcher. I want you to focus on our team. We're not going to be doing all these cheers and stuff that are going against the other team. I want to be cheering on and rooting for, encouraging our players, our team only. So that comes again with respect. Making sure we're showing respect to the game of baseball and also to the other team. I believe this is part of playing the game the right way and acting appropriately when on a baseball field and during a baseball game. So does that all make sense, guys? Hopefully I covered everything for expectations from attitude, effort, focus, hustling, perspectives, showing respect. I just want to make sure that we're doing these things the right way. Any questions, comments, shoot me an email, shoot me a text, give me a call. Okay, and look forward to the next video.